Welcome to StoreSync, your complete store management solution. Easily track sales, monitor inventory, record expenses, and see your profit at a glance. StoreSync gives you comprehensive monthly insights and business summaries, and lets you print receipts for your customers. It's affordable, super easy to use, and works seamlessly on your phone, tablet, or computer. Plus, you get a 30-day free trial to explore everything, at no cost at all. Let's get started and show you how to take control of your business with StoreSync on your phone.
To log into your StoreSync dashboard, you need to enter your store ID. So over here, I have my store ID, which is 11109. Then you need to also indicate whether you are logging in as an admin or as an attendant. If you are logging in as an admin, you just select the admin option and then you enter your password. But if you are entering as an attendant, you select the attendant option. You enter your attendant username, then you enter the password for this attendant. So I enter my password here, and if everything is ready, I'll just click on the sign in, and if it is correct, I'll be logged in successfully and be redirected to the dashboard. To add a new item to your stock, you click on this icon to open the add or edit item form. You enter the name of the item. So I have an item, let's say Maxim hair gain oil, and let's say I have 110 milliliters, and let's say I have about 25 pieces of them. Then I pick one for, let's say, 40 cedis and sell it at 48 cedis at retail. But at wholesale, I sell it at, let's say, 44 cedis. If the item has an expiry, I will just go ahead and select the expiry date. Otherwise, I'll click on item has no expiry to indicate that this item does not expire. Once I am through with all the information that I have to provide about this particular product or item, I'll just click on the plus icon to add it to my stock. And now that the item has been added successfully, I will see the item show here in my items list. To edit item, all you need to do is to find out which item you want to edit. So you can either search for the item here, or you can just browse through the items here. Now I want us to edit this item called new item. All I have to do is to scroll to the side, click on the pencil icon to open the dialog, and then enter all the necessary update that I need to make. So for example, now this item, the cost price is 3 cedis 50 pesos, and because of that, I am now selling it as, let's say, 8 cedis. And because of that, the wholesale is at, let's say, 6 cedis. Now if the item doesn't have an expiry, I will leave it as such, but if it does, you just click on it and then you select your date. But because it has no expiry, I will leave it as such. Let me just type here updated, and if everything is done, I can just click on the check mark to update the item. And now when I come here, the item has been updated successfully, and the new price is also reflecting right here. To sell an item on the StoreSync app, all you need to do is to either use the search box to find the item you wish to sell, or you can just browse through the items to find the one you wish to sell. Now let's say I want to sell one of the Maxim hair gain oil. All I need to do is to click on the $sign to open the sales dialog, and then enter the quantity that the person wants to buy. The system calculates the total cost for the person at the retail price. If this person is buying at wholesale, all I need to do is to tap on the sell at wholesale, and then the system will recalculate the total cost for the person. If you want to sell this at a discounted price, you click on the sell at an agreed price and then enter the agreed price. Now let's say at wholesale it costs 220 cedis. At the agreed price, I can sell it at, let's say, 200 cedis. Now the system recalculates the cost for each of the item, Now, if this is the only item the person wants to buy, all you have to do is to click on the $sign to sell the item to the person. Now the item has been sold successfully. So when we come up here, it affects the total sales made for the day. Now, what if the customer wants to buy using mobile money or bank transfer, or the customer wants to buy more than one item? Now let's do that. So I'm going to click on the $sign again to open the sell dialog. At this point, I'm going to sell at retail, and then let's say the quantity is 4. So the system calculates, and because the customer wants to buy more than one item, I will click on the cart icon to add the item to the cart. So as we can see from here, we have the cart showing that there is one item in it. Now let's open another one. Let's say the Milo 3-in-1. Then let's say this person wants to buy 5 pieces. The system calculates everything, and then I will add it to the cart. Let's add one more item, such as the new one, and then let's say the person wants to buy 8 of these, and then I'm going to add this one here. Now that I've added all the items that the customer wants to buy, all I need to do is to click on the cart at the top corner to open the checkout form. At the checkout form, it will show the number of items and then the quantity of each that the customer wants to buy, then the total cost, the tendered, and then also the change for the customer. Now, if the customer wants to change the quantity of any of them, you can use the plus or the minus sign to do that. And once you do that, it will affect the total cost. Now I can enter the amount that the customer gives. So let's say this customer gives us 600 cedis as the amount tendered in for payment. You see that the system captures the 600 cedis and then also calculates the change that will be given to the customer. Now over here, I will click on this to select the payment method. So let's say this one was mobile money. Now, if everything is okay and I wish to print receipt for the customer, I will just leave this one on. Otherwise, I will click on it to uncheck it. But I want us to see how it will look like once we are done and want to print receipt for the customer. So I will keep it checked. And if everything is okay, I will click on the checkout now. Now, once the sale is made successfully, if you are connected to a printer, it will be printed automatically, or you can save it as PDF and send it to the person. Now over here, this is the receipt that was printed to the customer. Now if everything is done, all I need to do is to click on the back to dashboard, and then once I refresh, I will see the total sales reflecting over here, indicating that the total sales made 230 cedis was received in cash, and then 409 cedis received in Momo. So this is how we make sales on the StoreSync app. To delete an item from your stock, all you need to do is to find which particular item that is. Scroll to the side and click on the trash can icon, which is the last icon in front of it, to open the deletion dialog. Once you confirm the deletion, the item will be deleted from your stock. Now to show this, over here I have 2 items that are expired. So we have item 1 and then vitamin C. I'll go ahead and then delete the item 1, which is the first item right here. All I have to do is to scroll to this side, click on the trash can icon, and then it will ask for confirmation to delete that particular item. Once I click on the delete, the item will be deleted, and the number of expired item will be 1 because the other one has been deleted. And of course, the number of items has also been reduced to 9. When new stock arrives and you wish to restock a particular item, all you need to do is to look for that particular item, click on the third icon in front of it to open the restock dialog, and then you enter the quantity. Now to demonstrate this, as we can see from here, we have one item which is out of stock. When I click on the bell icon, it will show which particular one that is, and that item is labeled new one. Now let's go and then look for the new one by typing here new one, and then this is the item right here, and as you can see the status is out of stock. Now to restock this item, all I need to do is to click on this particular icon to open the restock item dialog, enter the quantity that has arrived, and then click on the check mark to restock the item. Now over here we do not have any out of stock item because the only out of stock item has been restocked, and when we scroll to the side we can now see that the quantity for the new one is 45, which is the new stock that just arrived. The eye icon in the action area is used to view the details of each item. So for instance, if I click on this one, it will take me to the details page of the item named new item updated. Over here, it will show the sales performance, indicating the sales made for the day, for the month, for the year, and then the overall sales, breaking it down into retail sales, wholesale sales, discounted price sales, and then sales made on credit. Over here we can sell the item, we can restock the item, we can edit the item, and we can also delete the item. Now this is the records or the history of the sales, and then over here we get a brief information about the item. Now here we have the chart showing the monthly analysis of the sales. So for example, when I click on the month of June, it will let me know the sales made for the month of June against the average sale of 82.5 and then a profit of 15 cedis. Once I scroll down, I will also see the overview of the profit, letting me know how much profit I've made for the day, the month, the year, overall sales, also breaking it down into retail, wholesale, discounted price, and the total sales. Now, if you want to get a comprehensive analysis of your sales, all you have to do is to click on this icon at the top right corner, click on the sales to open the sales page. Now at the sales page, you get an overview of your sales, indicating the sales for the day, for the month, for the year, and then your overall sales, breaking it down into retail sales, the wholesale, and then discounted price sale. Now over here, it ranks the items based on the quantity sold. You can also rank the items based on the amount sold, and then finally you can rank the items based on the profit made. You can scroll to the side to see all this information right here. So this is a list of all the items, and they are being ranked based on the ones that sell the most in terms of the quantity, the amount, and the profit. Now when we come here, this is the month-to-month analysis using the chart. So once you tap on a particular month, it shows you the sales you have made for that particular month, and then your average sale, which is constant for all the other months, and the profits you made for that particular month. If you are not okay with the bar chart, you can try the area chart, which is also as nice as this one. So you click on it and then you receive the comprehensive analysis of everything. Then over here you have the overview of your profit, showing you the profit you've made for the day, for the month, for the year, and then your overall profit, breaking it down into retail, wholesale, and discounted prices, just giving you a comprehensive overview of everything about your sales since you started using the StoreSync app. To get the month-to-month analysis of your sales and business performance, all you need to do is to scroll to the bottom, and once you get to the bottom, you click on the highlight. So on the highlight page, it will show you the month-to-month analysis depending on how long you have been on the app. So for example, if I click on the business insight for the month of May, I will receive a comprehensive analysis of everything that happened in the month of May, including the total sales for that month, comparing it to the last month, comparing it to the average, and then showing you the retail, wholesale, and discounted price. Over here we can just click on it to see the analysis or the comparison, and then over here it ranks the items that were sold in this particular month based on their quantity, their amount, and then the profit you have made. Then over here it will rank the top 5. So once you click on it, it will give you a comprehensive analysis on everything that happened in the shop for that particular month. Then over here it will give you the analysis on your expenses, comparing it to the last month, comparing it to your average. If it is going arrow sideways, it means that there was no improvement, neither was there any retrogression. And when it is pointing downward, it means that there was a decrement. Now over here, if we had spent something, this is where it would have been displayed. And then when we come here, we have our profit analysis, indicating total profit made, giving us the analysis comparing it to the previous month, to the average, and then giving you the percentages, and then the arrow showing up indicating that the profit went up. And then of course the analysis is also right here. Now this is where you get a comprehensive analysis summary for each month. So you get to know the total sales made, how much you received in cash, how much you received in mobile money, how much you received in bank transfer, and then the total sales on credit. You get the retail, the wholesale, the discounted price. Then it will show the sales you made for the previous month. It will compare the current to the previous. It compare to the average, compare to the peak, compare and bring your expenses, compare the expenses to the previous month, to the average, to the peak, and then the profit, and then it will do all those analysis. Now this one can be downloaded or printed. I can just go back to the highlight and then maybe select for the month of June, and then over here it will show everything. So the arrow going down meaning that we have dropped by 9.35%, and the current sales is short by 173 cedis, comparing it to the last month. And of course it has beat the average by 84.66%, which is you have sold 768 cedis more than the average. So it will give you the analysis right here. When you scroll down, you will see the items, ranking them based on the quantity, which is the default. You can rank it based on the amount sold, and of course rank it based on the profit made. And then the analysis will show here. Also you can toggle based on the profit and then based on the quantity. So it's showing right here. You see your analysis on the expenses, you see the analysis on your profit, and of course the comprehensive analysis for the month of June, which can be printed. So this is it about the highlight or business insight that you receive every month. Now, to see the true worth or value of your shop, all you have to do is to scroll to the bottom of the page and then click on the summary. Once you click on the summary, it will show you this dialog giving you a comprehensive analysis of everything about your shop, including the total sales you've made, the ones you made in retail, wholesale, discounted price, your profit, your retail profit, wholesale profit, discounted profit, your total expenses, your net profit, which is subtracting your total expenses from your total profit. Then the number of items you have, the number of pieces, that is counting each one of them, and then calculating the total cost of the items in stock using their current prices. It will show you the number of expired items, their pieces, the cost of the expired goods, and your floating cash. So the floating cash enables you to know the value of your stock. To reset your password as an admin, all you need to do is to scroll to the bottom and select on reset password. So let's say I enter my password as an admin. I enter the new password, then I confirm the password. So if everything is all right, I'll click on the reset and the password will be reset successfully. If I want to log in, I cannot use the old password. I have to use the new password. Now, the StoreSync app supports multiple attendants. You can have as many attendants as you want. And if you want to get started with the attendants, all you need to do is to scroll to the bottom and then click on the attendant. So you click on it and then it will open. Now if you want to add a new attendant, you can go ahead and then give them their name. So let's say I'll call this one Dan. You will choose a password for Dan. Then you will have to give or assign them the roles and privileges. So do you want Dan to sell item? You can set it to yes. Do you want him to offer discount? You can set it to yes or no. Do you want him to add item? You can leave it at no. Do you want him to delete item? No. Do you want him to restock? No. Do you want him to view summary? No. Do you want him to view sales details? You can set that one to no. So if you are satisfied with everything right here, you can just click on the add and then the attendant will be added. So when we come here, we have the attendance list here together with the roles that you have assigned to them, and this is done. We allow him to sell. We don't allow him to do any other thing aside from giving discount and of course selling items. So that is it about the attendant. If you wish to delete an attendant, all you have to do is to click on the delete icon. It will ask you for confirmation, and once you confirm it, the attendant will be deleted. And if you want to change something, for example, I want to update the privileges for Dan, all I need to do is to click on the pencil icon and then it will be shown here. I'll have to enter his password again, and then if I want to change, let's say I want him to now add an item and also delete an item, I'll just click on the edit and then the role for Dan has been updated. So when I come here, now he can sell, he can add, he can delete, and of course also offer discount. So that is it about the attendant on StoreSync, and this can be done only by the admin. If a person buys on credit, how do you keep track of it in terms of when to expect a repayment and the repayment history? To do that on StoreSync, you just have to scroll to the bottom and then click on the credit to open the credit page. At the credit page, you get a statistics on the credit indicating the total credit, the total repayment, and the balance. We will come to this part a bit later, but this is someone who owes us, and out of the 1,200 has paid 500, remaining a balance of 700. Now, if you want to add a new credit, all you have to do is to add the person's name. So I have this person, let's say called Mike. Then I will just say building materials. You can be specific with this one. So building materials. Then the total amount owed, let's say this person owes 1,750. Then the date, if you want to backdate it, you can go ahead and select it. Otherwise, it will use the current date or today's date. Then the date to expect repayment, let's say at the end of the month. So if everything is provided, I can just go ahead and then add credit. And now that the credit has been added successfully, you'll notice that the total credit here has increased and then the total balance has also increased. Now Mike has been added here, and if we want to record a repayment, all we have to do is to click on the $sign and then we enter the amount that he wants to settle. So for example, it shows how much he owes, and let's say Mike comes to pay 780 cedis out of the total. If you don't select any date, it will use today's date. So let's go ahead and then click on the check mark, and then the payment has been made successfully, and now his balance is 970. That is going to also affect the balance and also increase the total repayment made. If you wish to update the information about your store, all you need to do is to scroll to the bottom, click on the edit store information, and it will open this dialog. It will already have everything about your store, and all you have to do is to add the updated version or the new way you want to update it. So let's say I add updated here, and then I click on the check mark. Now everything has been updated successfully, And when I come back here and then click on the edit store, you will notice that it has the updated. Now let's call this one, let's say Candy Pharmaceutical updated. Okay, once everything is all right, I will just click on the check and it tells me that it has been updated successfully. So the next time I come back here again and click on the edit, I'm going to see Candy, and that is what is also going to show on my receipt. All right.
And that's it for this tutorial. You've just seen how easy it is to manage your store with StoreSync. From tracking sales and expenses to monitoring inventory, printing receipts, and getting powerful monthly insights, StoreSync gives you everything you need to run your business smarter. It's designed to save you time, reduce stress, and help you grow. All of this comes at an affordable price, and you get a 30-day free trial to try it out with no risk. Ready to take charge of your business? Visit StoreSync.webcrony.online or WhatsApp us on 055-338-5436 to get started today.